Hello, Brigitte. So, this is our part 4 of our conversations, and we started on part 3, reflecting on some of your realizations, and they were more general, as such, with examples. But today, you wanted to look into those aspects of flexibility, accepting, in reference to your present situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. First of all, I want to point out that you see me sitting here, dressed, put together kind of for this event, as good as it goes right now. And this is not an easy task this time. To do that, or to be alive at this point, to handle the day, is, I would say, absolutely dependent on my love and partner and husband, Michael. Michael and I have been together for 9 years, and especially since the last round of diagnosis, my dependency or my need for him has increased, I would say, the last 2 months, to the point that we had the feeling he stops working because he wanted to do that job for me. He wanted to be home for me. And in that decision and in that daily being together, there is a lot of that what I want to talk about: adjustment and flexibility. So in our relationship before, there was, I would say, more the dynamic that I'm a very active, independent woman, and slowly but step by step, many aspects in my life changed to dependency. So one day I can go in the kitchen and be in dinner. I love cooking, and be fully in the mood of cooking, handling the kitchen and the pots, and that's all working pretty well. Maybe this arm is not fully involved, but energy-wise and all, it works. A day or two later, can't do it. Now, to sit here on the couch and to realize and experience that is falling off here. I can't do it. Something is not available anymore. It's taken. Simple things like I love brushing our garden area. Just the grooming, the brushing, the taking care of the house, little things, the going around and make it pretty. And step by step, that's not what I can do anymore. It is then going into things like, all of a sudden I can't go up the steps anymore to the bedroom because I can't breathe. It doesn't work anymore. Goodbye to the phase of being in that bedroom what kind of life was in that bedroom. It's like a whole chapter in your life is closing. Nobody asks you if that's okay. It's happening. And in another area which is very close to us is the body. You know, one day you can shower and wash your hair and no problem. And all of a sudden, it's a chore. You have the hardest time reaching all the ends and parts of your body. You can't lotion anymore. You have to ask for help. Now, for many of people, I haven't been in a close relationship for many, many years, I think 30 years, didn't live together with a man. And then came together with Michael. To ask for help is a step. To accept and adjust to the new situation, to ask for help, to live that dependency, that sometimes helplessness. Is it bad or is it good? It's really neither. It's happening, and if I want to believe that it is something against me and bad, I have a very hard time, because the belief can be, that's not fair, that shouldn't happen, why me? I don't want to lose that. And even more, like, now what am I? Before I was this and this and this in the mind, and now I'm maybe, less beautiful, less valuable, less, because I can't work, I can't. And you get the chance, or I got the chance to really look at the leftovers of beliefs of all of that. What makes me worthy, beautiful, lovable, when there came kind of a contraction of losing that independency. Now, in our relationship, I must say, we are so gifted. I'm so gifted through Michael, because I think it is in itself a healing when it's experienced that your partner is still in love with you, still wants to hold you, still acts like you would be beautiful. Even so, your body, my body is wrinkled, crippled, bleeding, oozing, and there is somebody, this lover, who doesn't see that first. And when he takes care of a wound, or takes care of my back with lotion, or helps me wash hair, it's done with gentle care, and that's in itself healing. For me, it is tremendously assuring that I haven't been loved for outer appearance only, if that was ever an issue. But that all falls away. So to say goodbye to beauty in a common way, the hair color, the wrinkles, the skin declining, the on and on. And to experience that your man doesn't care or your woman doesn't mind is a beautiful, beautiful gift. Can't be even, doesn't have a value on it. It's just astounding. So in that new relationship of being at home with me, taking care, and experience as a couple, okay, more and more is needed. This is a dance to learn, adjusting, accepting, learning new dance steps, as I call it. So, in fact, in life we did before love to dance. The way we danced together was that we didn't have the rule of the man leads and the woman follows. We went out on the dance floor and started moving together, and we just moved. People were thinking, oh, what is this dance? Where did they learn that? We were asked that. Well, we didn't. We just moved. And sometimes I was leading, sometimes he was leading. And it was a joy. It was fun. I think we were sometimes really an outstanding couple in the way that we had so much fun and joy because we didn't have in our head how we had to perform. What kind of steps did we get taught? How do we do this? Did you do this? You should lead here. This should be a turn now. No, it wasn't. There was no strain. There was just floating, playing, having fun with the rhythms and the music. Now I say that because that helped us in our new dance school here at home with this new rhythm. And there were, and still are, situations where it's not quite clear who's leading. And then we step on each other's toes. And these moments are when there is a struggle where Michael wants to help. And I'm still able to do it. And I want to do it. It's important for me to do it. And then it's seen as kind of, you don't want, you take over, and we are a little stuck in our dance. It helps to be aware that it's a learning process, that we want the same. We want to dance and have a good time even so. And to communicate what was here really happening. Well, I really want to do that. Oh, I wanted to help you. Well, I tell you when I need it. There is just communication wanted and needed we didn't have before. So again, flexibility and adjustment. There has to be a willingness on both sides to be good with each other, to hold hands in this process, and to listen, and to keep it light. So I have to say that both of us have, for some reason, the quality or the gift that I can be so, my body can feel broken and really not well, going through a wave of pain, and Michael is just present. And that is something I want to say. A partner, a friend, who can be with somebody who is in pain and can just offer them their presence without fear, without over-concern, and especially when it's your man, that the man doesn't feel responsible to fix it. So important. So Micah had to learn to become more softer, flexible, that it's not his responsibility to save me, to make me feel good, to bring a solution to the problem. There is this wave of pain, and he is just there with me. Meaning, I can hold on him, we might breathe together, we might just feel each other, and that's in itself helpful. It's very helpful, because I don't have the sense I have to take care of him. Like poor man, must be very difficult to go through this with me, which is. It's difficult for the person assisting and helping to serve that way, because they can't do that much. It's that willingness and trust that life knows what it does. And then when that is accepted and he is in a flowing, in a bending, in a willing mode, like trees when the wind blows hard, then he just does not have to come up with a solution. He can listen to our inner movement, what I need in that moment, and answer with that. So it's more a communication from the body and heart, rather verbal or with the mind. It just happens more on that level. And then, when the wave goes away, it is so incredible how beautiful it is when pain disappears or gets less. It's like almost a little euphoric. When you come out, the pain's gone. All of a sudden, oh, look how beautiful it's out. And Michael cracks a joke. And then we laugh and we go back and forth and laugh. Sometimes we physically really dance in the kitchen, and we have a good time. So it's not that, oh, she's going to die every day, all the time. No, it is more really geared to what's going on right now. And when we are honest, when we are with our lover, partner, husband, wife, it could be that we spent the last moments with them and we are not serious or in fear, or we just live it, right? And it can be taken in a minute. How many people experience that? So it's just intensified. That is what this phase of experience towards death of the body and the cancer is really giving us. It can be a huge teacher and guide towards paying attention to what is in the moment and not being carried away by what happened in the past and what we think can happen in the future. This is all our lifelong the case. What I think, our learning, becoming more aware of that all we have is really only what's happening now. There is nothing more happening. That's it. And when I spend it in assuming and worrying about what in the future could be, or lamenting what happened in the past, I miss out. I'm not here. So I find that I have a hard time remembering what was yesterday, pain-wise, what the story is. Sometimes I keep it quiet to report to the nurse, but otherwise, it's gone. It's really gone. How is that not a gift? How is that not a gift? Because I can experience the beautiful view, the flowers, my friends, Michael, a dish of food. I can live longer from now to when my body is declining and going than you might when you watch that video. So think about that. All we have is really precious right now. And the flexibility and adjustment is for me, myself, as I said, with the body changes. The situation as a lover changed tremendously. You know, the sexuality is, in the way we have that, is taken. That doesn't mean we can't find other ways. Sex or being sexual together, showing each other that we love each other and into each other, can happen in beautiful ways, other ways. And that's, again, you know, it sparks creativity. It sparks to find something new, which you never knew that could be lovely. And so, if one part of the sex life, the love life is changing, that doesn't mean you can't express that love or being drawn to that sexual energy in a different way. You still can kiss, you still can hold each other. There are many ways to do it. And so to think, okay, I have cancer, bang, that's over with, and being focused on that over with is what I'm talking. That is when we get tight, when we don't adjust, when we don't keep flexible. So altogether, I'm really serious, sincere about it. The cancer deepened my heart tremendously, sharpened my awareness, helped me to live it fuller, what I have. I think I before appreciated and was living more in the moment than 30 years ago. And it increased, really. Another part of this being flexible and adjusting is the forgiveness. When we are stuck with somebody or some situations and have a hard time seeing the situation in any other way. It was like this. She was mean to me. This is how it was. And can't take another point of view. That is when there is this contraction. We stop dancing with life. We have a hard time with that person, with ourselves, because it hurts. And forgiving is for me another word for becoming aware. Becoming aware how important the situation really is. Often people don't even remember what the problem was. No clue. What did we fight about? But keep it going. So it's like flexibility and adjustment. I sometimes talk about it with clients and see it myself as having fun with running these sport where you have to jump over an obstacle, and you run towards it, it's coming, and you hop over it, you master it, you fly over it. It's not a problem. It's not a chore. It is a hurdle, and you get over it, and you even can have fun with it, in mastering it. And that can come when you are aware that that is just what's happening. And it already happened, like we said in the last video. When we discuss something, we talk about something which is already done, already happened. So it already happened. You fly over this hurdle of this intensity of opinion, or your belief, or good or bad belief, and you are aware that that's what it is. Can I see it in a different way? You wait, you're open. Yeah, I can see it in a different way. I can even go to the person and ask them. Or I can ask myself, when did I do exactly that in a different way? When did I do a similar thing to another person, which was very similar than that? And I bet you I find it. I bet you I find it, and the moment I find it, it seems like it dissolves. Well, I do it too. So, what's there to forgive? What is there to be, to hold on to? Much easier. So, in this situation right now, Michael and I learn every day new dance steps, new ways of relating and communicating. And the moment you could see it this way, as I describe it, it could be that it's easier on you to, it's not enjoying it, it's just a relief in not fighting anything. It's just saying, okay, then I go this way. And why is it possible? My thinking is, why is it possible for me to do that? I really think it is because I trust life. I'm part of life. Life doesn't have anything against or for me, it just is. And so when it wants to be this way, I go this way. And so with the adjusting and the becoming more fluid with the partner, the main thing for me was, might still be in corners, I don't know yet, to be helpless, to feel utterly helpless. That carves in your heart, in your being, something when you allow that falls off of you. It's not that it's bad, it's actually getting easier when it is allowed to be totally helpless. And the other side of not being able to do things is the invitation, I think, is to see when that falls off and I can't do this anymore. Is there something I can do? Something new I can do? Something I haven't felt, seen, experienced before? And in my situation, I want to share that with you. For me, the gift came, why don't you just talk on a video? Well, if the invitation wouldn't have come, it wouldn't have appeared. That's my belief right now. But it's fulfilling to feel in that flow of life, in talking, as I enjoyed working with people. If there is something you enjoyed your whole life, there might be something in a new adjustment, in a new variation you can do. It might be that you tell little children stories because you were a teacher. You find some way to adjust it to what you still can do. So I wanted to share that with you because to dance with yourself, with life, and then to dance with a partner, if it is a friend who's helping you, or your man or your wife, or your woman, it is different, but it has big similarities in that willingness to give each other respect and to be adjusting and flexible in whatever comes. I think that's for today.